Well, the weekend is coming up, and that means dinner plans. But before you visit your favorite restaurant, you will want to know who's keeping a clean kitchen and who is not.
Here is Jason Berry with tonight's all-new Dirty Dining Report.
A refrigerator not working, an employee on the phone, then handling food. Those are just two of the violations health inspectors uncovered at Valley restaurants this week. Mellow Mushroom Pizza off Stapley and Baseline Road in Mesa. 3 major health code violations. The health inspector went out and found salami and shredded cheese not kept cold enough, a dishwasher not cleaning properly. The Green Corner at Queen Creek and Alma School Roads in Chandler. 3 violations. The health inspection report listed front staff handling the phone, then ready to eat food, cooked chicken in the same container as raw chicken. ATL Wings at 51st Avenue and Thomas in Phoenix. 3 violations. A health inspector spotted wings not cooling properly, a refrigerator not working. And the place with the most health code violations? It's a tie. Fuku Sushi at 7th Street in Missouri and Phoenix, and Ecstasy at Gilbert Road and Germain in Chandler. Both had 4 major violations. Fuku Sushi had an employee handling raw chicken, then ready to eat food, eggs stored above cooked pork, fried rice not cooling properly. Ecstasy had an employee cutting lettuce with his bare hands. Raw sausage and fish stored above corned beef. And pre-made French toast not date marked. Both restaurants are now on notice to clean up or could face legal action. Jason Berry for Arizona's Family.
Thank you, Jason. And here are the restaurants on the Dean's list. The places which have received perfect health inspection scores: Cheese and Stuff at Central and Camelback in Phoenix, Jack in the Box, Broadway and Rural in Tempe, the Tea Light Cafe at Scottsdale and Mayo in Phoenix, the AFC Sushi inside the Safeway store at Scottsdale and Shea, Panda Express at Litchfield and Camelback Roads, Litchfield Park, and Richie's Diner, Bell and Reams, Roads in Surprise, all on the Dean's list this week.